Hello everyone, this is Jason from the Seymour Library, coming to you with a Curious Kids activity. Today, for this activity, you'll need just a pencil, colored pencils or crayons, markers, whatever you have. Make sure you have both dark colors and bright colors, because you'll need both. You'll need a coin of some kind. Doesn't matter what kind, just any kind of coin. You'll need some blank paper that you can draw on. And then you'll need this little paper that I have here. You can get that in the comments below. There'll be a link so you can print it off at home so you can have it to do this activity. This activity today is called Monster Genetics. And what we're going to try to teach you is just teach you a little bit of what makes you you. So genetics is simply what makes you you. It's your color eyes, it's your color hair, all that is into genetics. It's how tall you are, or how big your feet are. That all falls in genetics, and each one of those items, like your eye color, your hair color, are called traits. You get half of the information from your mom's and half from your dad. And that mixes and that determines which trait you have. So, in like humans, if you have brown eyes, that's a dominant trait. And a dominant trait is one that kind of takes over. It's always what it's going to be. If something is dominant, that means nothing else can trump it, nothing else can take it. That's what it's going to be. So in humans, brown eyes are dominant. So if you get a brown eye from your mom and a blue eye from your dad, you'll have brown eyes. That's just the way genetics works. And we'll go into that a little bit more and hopefully explain it a little bit better. And there's also recessive traits, which in our example, recessive trait would be blue eyes, which means that both of your parents would have to give you the trait of blue eyes to have it. You have to have two recessive traits to get the recessive trait. When you have a dominant trait, you only need one dominant trait, and it just takes over, and you don't need another dominant trait. So to experiment, we're going to make our own monster, and we're going to do it by figuring out what trait we get from our mom monster and what traits we get from our dad monster on our worksheet. And then we're going to see what our baby monster is going to have, and we're going to draw our baby monster. So hopefully you'll enjoy this, and this will be a fun video for you. So once you get your paper printed off, you just need that, and everything is labeled and explains to you how it works. So our first category is the head. So what type of head are we going to have on our monster? So to figure that out, we need to take our coin and we need to flip it. If our choices are round head or a square head, so our round head is going to be dominant. So if we get heads come up on our coin, that's going to be our dominant trait. If we get tails on our coin, that's going to be our recessive trait. And then we're going to put our mom trait and our dad trait together to see what traits our kid's going to have. So we're going to flip it for mom. We're going to do this for mom. So we got heads, which is dominant. So in our little box labeled mom, in the section head, we're going to write a big H, because big H means dominant. So we're going to do the same thing for our dad. So we're going to flip our coin. We got tails for our dad. So we're going to write a small H. I don't know if you can see that very well. Or small H under our dad box. So in this case, our mom of our baby monster is going to have a round head, and our dad is going to have a square head. And together, that's going to give our baby monster a big H and a little h. And anytime you have a big H or a big letter, that is the dominant, that's what it's going to be. So our baby is going to have a round head. So we'll write that in our box. It should look like that. I hope you guys can see that. I know it's hard. And we're going to do that for each of our traits. Then we're going to go draw our monster after we get all our information. So our next trait is a body. So a round body is our dominant trait, and a triangle body is our recessive. So we're going to flip it for our mom first. Flip our coin. That's tails. So we're going to put a small b in our box for our recessive body, which is going to be a triangle. And we're going to flip it for our dad. And our dad comes up head, so that is the dominant trait, which is going to be a round body for our dad. So we're going to label that with a big B. And we're going to put our two B's together. So we got one big B and one small b. And anytime there's a big B, it's the dominant, which means our baby monster is going to have a round body as well. Our next thing is number of eyes. So in our experiment here, 2 eyes are the dominant, which would be the big letter. 3 eyes are the recessive. So let's flip our coin for our mom. It's heads. So we're going to put a big E for the dominant eyes, which means our mom's going to have 2 eyes. We're going to flip it again. Heads, and our dad's going to have 2 eyes. So in our box, for our baby, we're going to write 2 capital E's, which means it's definitely a dominant trait, which means our baby is going to have 2 eyes. Our baby monster will have 2 eyes. Now we're going to do eye position, and this is the dominant means their eyes are going to be on the face, and if we get the recessive trait, our eyes are going to be on antennas off our head. So let's see what our mom has. Heads. So we're going to put another big E for our mom. And we're going to flip again. Our dad has tails. So that's a small E. And when we put the 2 E's together for our baby, you get 1 big E and 1 small E, which means you get the dominant trait of the eyes will be on the face. Hoping this is making sense. If not, it will kind of come together as we go. The next is horns. Is our monster going to have 2 horns, which is the dominant trait, or 1 horn, which is the recessive trait? So we're going to flip our coin for our mom, which is the dominant trait. So we're going to write a big H for horn, for 2 horns, and our dad has also got 2 horns. So that's 2 big H's that our baby has, which means our baby's going to have 2 horns. Now we're going to do teeth. Teeth are, the dominant trait is going to be sharp, pointy teeth, and our recessive trait, if we get that, is going to be rounded teeth that aren't so pointy. So we're just going to check it for our mom. We got heads, so we're going to put a big T for the dominant sharp teeth for our mom. And we're going to flip it again. And we got another heads, which is going to be a big T for our teeth for our dad. So both our parents have sharp teeth, which means our baby is going to have sharp, pointy teeth. Our next one is arms. The dominant is going to be 2 arms. The recessive is going to be 4 arms. So let's see. Mom has a recessive, so our mom's going to have 4 arms. So we're going to mark that with a small lowercase a in our mom box. We're going to flip it. And our dad's also going to have 4 arms. So in this one, we got the recessive trait. We have 2 small a's, which means the recessive trait, and that's the only way you can have a recessive trait is if you get two small letters or two, if both parents each have the recessive trait. So that means our baby monster is going to have 4 arms. Our next one is legs. Will it have 2 legs or 3 legs? 2 legs are going to be the dominant, 3 legs are going to be the recessive. So we're going to flip. Our mom has the dominant trait, so that's a capital L, which means our mom's going to have 2 legs. We're going to flip. Our dad got tails, so he's going to have 3 legs. And together we get one big L and one little L, which means we're going to have the dominant trait of 2 legs. So our baby monster will have 3 arms and 2 legs. That's going to be kind of silly, isn't it? Now we're going to see what kind of ears they're going to have, if they're going to have ears or not. So no ears means it's going to be the dominant trait, and if we have ears, that's going to be the recessive trait. So let's flip it for our mom. Our mom's got the recessive, so we're going to put a small e for the recessive trait for the ears. And our dad, our twin fell, and he's got the recessive trait. That's awesome. So, we're going to mark the small e for ears for our dad. So that gives us 2 small e's to mark in our baby bots, which means our baby will have ears. That's awesome. Now let's see if our baby's going to have a nose or not. If we have the dominant trait, that means he will not have a nose. If we get the recessive trait, that means he will have a nose. So let's flip for our mom to see what we get from our mom. Recessive, so a small n. So our mom has a nose. And let's see. Dad got heads. So he does not have our nose. So our dad monster will not have a nose, but our mom monster will. But that means we have one big N and one little n, and anytime there's a big letter, that means we get the dominant trait, which means our baby will not have a nose. So no nose for our baby. Now let's see if we have wings. The dominant means that it won't have wings, and if we get the recessive, that means our monster will have wings. So we'll flip, and our mommy monster got tails, which means she has wings. So we're going to put a small W. Let's see what our daddy monster is going to have. Our daddy monster also is a small W, so he also has wings, which means our baby monster has 2 lowercase or small w's, which means recessive trait because we have 2. So our baby monster will have wings. Now we're going to see what kind of pattern is going to be on our baby monster, whether it's going to have spots or stripes. The spots are going to be the dominant trait, and the stripes are going to be the recessive trait. So let's flip our coin for our mom to see what we get from our mom. Tails. So we're going to put a small P for our pattern here, which means our mom has stripes. And we're going to flip the coin. Big P for our dad. Our dad has spots. We're going to put the big P and the little p together. And again, anytime there's a big P, it means the dominant trait. So our baby will have spots. Now the last one is what color. So the dominant trait is cool colors. The recessive trait is warm colors. So for those of you who may not know, cool colors are like blues and greens, darker colors like that. Blues, greens, and purples, those are all cool colors. Kind of remind you of cold. Warm colors are bright colors like yellow and red and orange. So we're going to see what colors our monster is going to be made of. So we're going to flip our coin for our mom monster. It fell on the floor, but it's heads. So our mom monster is cool colors, so she's gonna be purples and blues and greens. And our dad monster, he's recessive, so he's gonna be oranges and reds. He's gonna be warm colors. So we put those two together, so we have a big C and a little c, which means that we get the dominant trait because we have one big C, which means it's going to be cool color. So our baby monster is going to be blues and greens and purples, whatever of those colors you like. So now we've got all our information filled out. I know that took a little bit of time, but that's okay. We're going to use our information to draw our monster. To draw our baby monster. So we take our piece of paper. We're just going to draw our baby monster. Our head, our baby monster has a round head. So I'm just going to draw a big circle on here for our head, like that. I hope you can see that. Then we also have a round body, so I'm going to draw another big circle underneath that. For a round body, so something like that. So we have a round head and a round body. Our monster has two eyes, and the eyes are on the face. So we're going to draw our two eyes. You can draw them however you want. I'm going to draw mine kind of normal. You can draw them up and down. You can draw them sideways. You can draw them however you want. You can make square eyes, however you want. That's what I've done. I hope you can see that. And our baby monster is going to have two horns, so we're going to draw some horns on our baby monster. Woo. So we got two horns on our baby monster. And our baby monster is going to have sharp teeth. So I'm going to draw the mouth on here. You can draw the mouth any way you want. Just make sure it has sharp teeth on there. Because our baby monster has sharp teeth. So hopefully you can see that, the sharp teeth on our baby monster. And our baby monster has a recessive trait of arms, so our baby monster is going to have 4 arms. So I'm going to draw 4 arms on here. You can do these arms as silly as you want, or as any way you want. It's your monster. So I'm just going to draw my arms on here, like so. 4 of them, because our baby monster has 4. Your baby monster at home might have only 2. It just depends how your coin flip went. So I've drawn my monster's arms on there. I hope you see that. 4 arms. And our baby monster has 2 legs, so I'm going to make some big silly legs, I think. Kind of big elephant legs, maybe. I don't know. Big muscle legs. However you guys want to do it. It's your monster. I threw big fat legs on my monster. So that's what my monster looks like so far. 2 legs. And our baby monster has ears, so I'm going to draw some funny looking ears on our baby monster. You can draw them however you want. There you go, you see. Our baby monster has ears. Our baby monster doesn't have a nose, so we don't have to put a nose. Our baby monster has wings. So I'm going to draw some wings on here somehow. Let's see, let's go up like here. I'm just going to do a little wing like this and up like this. Kind of looks like bat wings a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. We got our wings on there. And our baby monster is going to have spots, so I'm just going to draw some circles all over the belly for spots. Spots. There you go. And then we're going to color our monster with cool colors. So I'm not going to color all of the monster, but I will show you some of it. So cool colors, so we can use purples and blues, reds, greens. Those are all cool colors. So I have 5 different colors. These are all what are considered cool colors. So then you can color your monster any way you want. I'm going to color one spot with light blue. Just however you want to color your monster. It's your monster, you can make it any way you want. I'm going to do some green. Green on here. I'll show you this after it, and I'm going to color some purple spots. I'm trying to go fast here. Some purple spots. And then I think I'm going to make its body kind of blue. So I'm going to color all its body blue. I'm not going to do a very good job. I'm just going to go really quick. Kind of give you guys what my monster is going to look like here. I'm not going to fill it in all the way, just because it will make the video longer. And I'm going to color its legs maybe purple. And again, I'm not going to fill it in all the way and make it look too neat, just because I don't. But it kind of gives you the ideal. So that's our cool colored monster, and that's what our baby monster looks like. And that is kind of how genetics works. After you've drawn your baby monster, if you want to go back and use your information, draw your mommy monster and your daddy monster, you can also do that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a little bit about genetics, which again is the stuff that makes you you. That's what you got from your mom and your dad, and that mixed together and gave you your traits, which is your color eyes, your color hair, how tall you are, how big your ears are, what color eyes you have, all that stuff. Those are your traits. You get those from your mom and dad. And I hope you got a little bit out of this video and enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget that to get the paper for your monster genetics, there'll be a link in the comments below. And also don't, if you haven't already, forget to sign up for our summer learning program. And we also are providing curbside service right now. So you can call in and put books on hold and we'll pull them for you, whatever we have here at the library, so you can pick them up if you want to. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great day and I hope you enjoy this video. Bye.